What's up, y'all? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm in a very busy area right now, and New York has an eerie look to it today. It's bright, but it's dark, and that can come off as weird. It's not the bright that we're used to, and that's for a wonderful reason. Today is Astronomy Day. And when I say Astronomy Day, I mean that there are so many things happening in space right now that we are experiencing. Some of us are witnessing. Some of us can still witness tonight. It's amazing.
Hello, all
Hey,
customers.
Chakra
Care
King.
is
What's up?
required
Big up,
today.
brethren.
Your affairs keep all
I'm
of
a
us safe.
GT Banner.
Thank you for your
Alright.
cooperation.
Unfortunately, I'm not here to talk about the regular rigmarole of whatever on these YouTube streets. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about outer space, and it's important. First, let's talk about what you might have missed. Okay? Yes. Hey, Dome, what's poppin'? Shalom, blessing, Macali brethren. How are you? Glad to see you as well. Well, virtually see you as it is. Y'all can't see me, but y'all can hear me. And I don't mind talking with all these people behind me today because it's just an auspicious day. And it was chaos today for me. But I took it all in stride
Please
because I
exit
knew
through the rear door.
it was a crazy day. Okay? Yes, I'm on a bus. So, first things first, what you might have missed today. Um, if you were up between the hours of 3 to 5 a.m. this morning in New York City, you would have been able to witness 6 planets in a line going across the sky from east to west. Jupiter would have been first, and following the other ones. The only ones you would not have seen in the sky would be Venus and the dwarf planet Pluto. Of course, you're not going to see your own Earth in the sky. You're already on Earth, so you can't see that one, which is why you only see 6. The reason why these 6 planets are in a line, in a little straight line, is because all of us are on the same side of the sun. And I say all of us because we don't know who's on them damn planets, Chabu. Okay? I ain't gonna sit here and act like aliens don't exist. Just because they don't exist as humanoids don't mean they don't exist. You feel me? Anyway, so that was the first one. The second thing, that if you are anywhere except Toronto and New York, in America, you're not gonna see. Okay? This one is totally for Europe. And Europe hasn't seen a solar eclipse since 1999, which doesn't seem super far away for many of us, but it is kind of far. It's a whole bunch of years, like 27 years. Okay, so Toronto got 8.5% of the eclipse, and New York got 9.5%. However, being that New York City is full of light pollution and things like this, we're not going to see it, which is why today in New York City, it looks bright, but it looks kind of dark. It's not super light, super dark. You know what I mean? It's like a weird mix, which is kind of dope. They've been talking about 3 things happening today for the past 2 weeks, but it's actually 4 things that are happening. I'll tell you about the bonus last. This evening, everybody across the world should be able to see, well, if you're in darkness, of course. I'm sure people who were in darkness 12 hours ago might have seen it already. But for the rest of us, when it becomes nighttime, we should be able to see a meteor shower like no other. It should be thousands of meteors crossing per hour. And if you don't see, like, they look like shooting stars, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll see flashes of green in the sky. And when it becomes green, that means that the meteors have hit our atmosphere. It's not going to land on us. It shouldn't, you know what I mean? It might be a stray one, a very small, of course, not going to harm anybody if they do, but it should be a fantastic event for anyone that has not been able to see the eclipse or the planets in alignment earlier this morning. The fourth event, I said the fifth, sorry, the fourth, you see where my mind's at. The fourth event is something that none of us will be able to see, but we should all be able to feel. And actually, if you live in places like Alaska or, once again, places that have no light pollution whatsoever, you should be able to see the effects of this. The sun has been having serious coronal mass ejections. Now, the corona is basically the surface of the sun, all right? The part that we actually see in the sky. That's the corona. And it's been having mass ejections for the longest time. And finally, these coronal mass ejections are hitting Earth today, right? So if you're not in a place that is bombarded with light pollution, you should be seeing a lot of auroras. You know, like when you go to Alaska and you look at the aurora borealis, it's like the main aurora that sits all the time, right? You should be seeing those kind of things all over the place if you're in the right spot. Pretty awesome stuff. Hello there, Rob. Pretty awesome stuff, I guarantee. For people who are space nerds like me, whether you've been a space nerd for a long time or for a little while, or you know, you just started, this is like crazy good shit, right? People are going to be affected in different ways. Anything from the sun that is able to reach us like this will mess up a couple things. You know, the day might seem chaotic. Your phone don't work right. Something's not working properly. Some mechanical thing is not working. Just so happens. All kind of weirdness. Blame it on the sun today. Blame it on outer space today. You know, and it's okay to do so. I don't think the sun will mind at all. And oddly enough for me, I'm taking this entire day in stride. My eyes are tired. I want to sleep. And I know it's because of the rays of the sun from this solar eclipse. Especially since I'm doing my level best not to look at the sun. I know that the corona mass ejections have been causing magnetic and mechanic and electric things to go haywire sometimes, and also adds to me as a human feeling like this is too much, you know? This is a lot. I have a plant here that I took a cutting of, and usually it's fine, you know, for it to callus and everything, but it's already looking a little sad. And I know it's because of the sun, you know? Hopefully it stays alive long enough to root. I'm praying for that. And if it doesn't, it's okay too, you know? It's amazing how easeful one can be. Hey, Reef, how you doing, boo? How you feeling? We're talking about astronomy today. I don't know. You might get some B sector stuff or whatever. I've been navigating through these stupid streets. But not now. You know, when I'm a little bit in a more quiet space, I might walk and talk about that craziness. But right now, I'm just happy to be a part of this amazing universe, you know? Even though I am smaller than a grain of sand on all of the beaches on the earth, you know? Thank you, Reef. I appreciate that. Dome, you still here? That's dope, too. I appreciate you guys. I truly do.
Please exit through the rear door.
It's surreal sometimes, you know? Like, why do you come here on YouTube? What do you want to talk about? And I'm still going to treat it like it's a free kind of app where I can come on here and talk about anything and be happy with one person or two people actually listening to it. I can't look up at the sun right now. It might hurt my retinas, even though I don't see the sun at all. Oh, Reef, it's more than an eclipse, my darling. Way more than that. I'll go over them before I leave once again. So if anybody catches a replay, you can easily understand what it is. But the other thing is that these eclipses only happen on a new moon. And the amazing thing about a new moon is that a new moon represents new beginnings. If you can repeat an affirmation or a mantra for the day, for the night, it should manifest. This is a great time to make moon water. You know, if you get some water and you put it out by the light of the moon, that's another way to purify it, just like the sun can purify water. You know, and it's very beneficial for plants and humans as well. It's been a long time since I did moon water. Maybe I should do some today. It's just really cool to come and talk about things that affect you but not directly. Things that you can be grateful for. Things that we take for granted more than usual. We take the sun for granted. We take advantage of what it gives us. It gives us life, pretty much, you know? And we depend on it to shine when it rises and do what it do when it sets, you know? The plants are way more appreciative than we as humans are. We don't thank the sun when we get our solar energy or anything like that, you know? We're not grateful for the sun when the winter comes and it's still there doing what it does best. A lot of people ask me, what's so great about living in New York? There's a couple things that are great about living in New York. One of the most important things is that I get to enjoy 4 seasons, whereas many people never get to see snow, you know? And some people who live in wintertime all the time never get to see a real summer, you know? I get to see fall, I get to see spring. These plants get to enjoy something different. I get to go through changes that have everything to do with me and nothing at all to do with me. I get to grow just like these plants. And sometimes I remember to thank the thing that is enabling it. I don't worship the sun as if it's God. I won't do that. I don't think the sun wants me to. But I will thank it every now and again for being there, even though it takes 8 minutes and 3 seconds for it to get to me. Or its light, I should say. Even though when I look at it, I'm looking at it 8 minutes and 3 seconds in the past. It's crazy how time manifests in the present moment. It's amazing that we take the present moment for granted, looking up at the sun and knowing that the present moment isn't even real. Because I'm looking at the sun 8 minutes and 3 seconds in the past. I'm looking at the moon 22 seconds in the past. I'm looking at the North Star at night, which is 365 years in the past, you know? If you are up on space history, you know that there's a star named Betelgeuse, and I'm calling it by traditional name, not Beetlejuice, but Betelgeuse. It's set to go supernova any minute now. And any minute now can be up to 100,000 years. From now to 100,000 years. And even when it finally goes supernova and I don't get to see it properly, it might have already happened in the past and we only get to see its light now. And that in itself is amazing. When you learn that the colors that you see all over the place you take for granted because in reality they're not real. And you're like, what tree? Yeah. The colors that you see are not real. out in space, you won't see them. Visible light is very limited, which allows us to see these colors. Our atmosphere, our sky, it's not even really blue. It's just the way our atmosphere is. It allows our sky to be blue, allows us to see green and yellow and white and black. But if we were able to see an infrared or X-ray or gamma rays or ultraviolet light, we wouldn't see barely any of this visible light colors that we manifest. When you realize that a black hole has no color and you can't see it, and the only thing that you can see is the accretion disk that surrounds it, and even then they can't show it to you in visible light. They have to show it to you in X-ray or gamma ray light.
Please exit.
It's amazing, right? The sun takes up about 98% of our solar system. And we have all these huge gas giant planets, and this Earth is pretty big, and the sun takes up so much. But we can never see the sun in 3 dimensions because of our eyes being so limited that things bigger than us we can only see in 2 dimensions. I can see a person in 3D from a certain angle, but if they're larger than me and they're facing me, I can only see them in 2. Look at what is limited. The universe is not limited, we are. But our egos put us on such a high pedestal, a high place, that we imagine that we are bigger than what we truly are. And I'm not speaking from a place of weakness at all. I'm speaking from a place of humility, understanding who I am in this universe, which is wholly insignificant. Maybe even the God that we are trained to worship is also insignificant in this grand scale of things. But then again, it might not be. He or she might not be insignificant at all. If we consider God to be the all, and make everything, of course it can make something huge like Phoenix A star, which is the largest black hole ever that we have found, and then make something small like a grain of sand. Wow. An atom, which is smaller than all of us, but atoms, photons, neutrons, and electrons can create stars and black holes, pillars of creation, nebulas, whole galaxies. They say that in a couple of billion years, the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxies are going to merge. Who's to say it hasn't started already? Because they've already deduced that when they do merge, our solar system will not be harmed. It's such a grand space in between stars and galaxies and whatever that hardly anything would be affected except for the 2 main black holes. And they already know that Andromeda has many black holes. We only assume that the Milky Way has 1. So that itself is amazing. And I say to myself, in a billion years, the spiral edges of our galaxies are probably already touching each other at this point, because our galaxies are moving way faster than we can imagine. Can you imagine something as large as a galaxy traveling almost as fast as the speed of light? And if you think about the speed of light and all of its infinite amazement, the reason why it can go so fast, the speed of light can travel around the Earth 7 times in 1 second because it holds no mass. Imagine if we had no mass. How fast would we travel? We would barely, even now, not even be able to move 0.0000001% of the speed of light. The fastest man or woman on this earth cannot hold a candle to the speed of light. We are not smart enough to create technology that allows us to travel at the speed of light and control it even. We dream of white holes, wormholes. We barely understand the black holes that we see. Humanity is so small and so young. So it shouldn't bother me of the ignorance of human beings, the limited scope of our thinking, our childish nature, and how we move, how evil and immature it may seem, how blessed it is to know that if an alien universe did exist in the Andromeda galaxy and they looked at us now, they wouldn't see us. They'd see the dinosaurs. Bless them. I hope they see the dinosaurs. I wouldn't want them to see us right now. We are a virus. We were supposed to be made to take care of this earth, but we're moving it more towards Venus than anything else. What should take 1 billion or 2 or 3 years for us to turn into Venus, we're doing it quicker than ever. I don't want to live on Venus, nor do I want to live in Venus. For global warming, it's not helping. And that is totally a human being's doing. Greed and power. I don't want to live on Mars. There's no way. Why move to Mars when we should just fix Earth? That would make the most sense, wouldn't it? But who am I? But a lowly human in comparison. Oh, somebody missed the stop and she ran to it. Welcome to New York, folks. And she's still gonna argue. Oh, he's practically making her run to the next stop. Right. See? Right. This one lady saying she would run. I try my best to run too, because these buses don't travel far. They do it to more than her, trust me. It's wild. Welcome to humanity at its finest. How we make ourselves so big, and then another human can make us feel so small. He could have just opened the door and let her in. But rules, laws, that in the scope of the universe mean absolutely nothing. And those of us who are secure and safe laugh. It's wholly amazing. Blessed be to that lady. I hope she catches the next bus. And yes, I would have run into the next stop, caught it, and cursed them out. That's just me, though. The moral of this story is, next time you go outside, do not trauma bond with yourself. Do not trauma bond with other people. If you're not having a good week, a good day, a good hour, look at the trees. Look at the animals, the insects. If you're in New York City, you may look at a rat, but don't think I need to kill it. I hate it. Just appreciate something smaller than you is just doing its thing, and it has bigger things to worry about, like us, okay? And we're all fighting for a piece of light from a thing that can give it all to us at once, that gives us life and can destroy us at the same time, just like water. Oh yeah, back to Mars. I'd rather fix the Earth than I'm on and not destroy it than try to take over some other planet that is built to keep me away from it. And that's about it. And once again, I hope you enjoy the 4 astronomical things that are happening or happened already. The 6 planets in alignment,
Please exit through the
the
rear
solar
door.
eclipse, the meteor shower tonight, and the auroras that are going to form because of the corona mass ejections that have happened 2 weeks ago that are now landing on us today. And tomorrow, on August 13th, I will wish someone I love very, very much a happy birthday. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll come back to talk about the rigmarole. Ciao, boo. Peace out.
St. John's Place.